Welcome to the podium, Alex. We're going to go straight to questions. First up will be Troy Clardy.
Alex, congrats on advancing. Overall, from a team standpoint, what were some of the big differences, obviously from a mental standpoint and from a pure baseball standpoint, between Game 1 and today?
The differences between Game 1 and today, I think we just came out ready to roll. I think Game 1 we were just a little happy to be here, and I think we kind of took it upon ourselves today to get back to what we were doing is hit the ball. That's what we've been doing all year, and our offense did a hell of a job. And I think just attacking and playing our game, we just had to get comfortable, and we're ready to roll.
Troy, do you have another question?
Yes, and for you, the first 3 innings, pretty smooth. Final 2 and a third, maybe some bumps in the road there. How would you sum up your day and some things that you can take going forward for the remainder of the event?
Yeah, I mean, I think I just didn't have my best stuff today. It kind of showed. I got a little tired there. I think I just wasn't in the best state of mind, but at the end of the day, very fortunate enough to have our offense pick me up today. We've been picking each other up all year, and Paulus did a hell of a job coming in after me. And moving forward, I'm going to get another chance to pitch in this thing, and I'll be ready. I think I just need to get back after it and get back to what I do best and trust my stuff and attack.
Alex, can you talk to us about pitching with a big lead with that third inning with them scoring 7 runs? How did that change your approach in the later innings?
Yeah. Personally, I think I pitch best when it's a close game. I think it showed when we got a little bit of a big lead. I kind of got taken out of my competitive mentality a little bit, which ended up hurting me. And so I started throwing a little slower, started being a little flatter. Obviously, it's great to have our offense compete in the way they're doing and helping me out. I just need to find a way to keep attacking and doing what I do when it is a big lead game. So at the end of the day, I think having a big lead kind of hurt me pitching-wise, but helped the team out. And so really happy the way things worked out for us today.
Troy, you're up.
Big keys going forward for the squad. Now that you've got a win in the column here in Omaha, big keys going forward for the team.
Big keys going forward. Keep this momentum rolling. Keep the attack. Keep the camaraderie and the just the approach that we've had all year. Our offense clearly was able to put some things together. A lot of respect for what we've been able to do all year. And Eski's been saying it all year. Just play our game. And so moving forward, we just got to stick with it, play our game, and things will take care of themselves. I'm excited for what we got coming up in these next few days.
Alex, can you talk about the difference between Saturday and today for the team?
Difference between Saturday and today, I think Saturday we were just caught a little flat. I think we were still just getting our feet wet a little bit, a little starstruck. I think just playing in this atmosphere is a lot different than what we're used to. I mean, back at Stanford, we have 500 fans a game, if that. And so just kind of getting used to playing in a different environment and knowing that this game is the same game no matter what field you're on. And so today we were able to finally settle in and play our game, and it showed both from offense and then from Polish picking me up.
Awesome. If there's nothing else for Alex, we will let him go celebrate his win today. Congratulations and have a great evening.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
We will be joined here shortly by Brock Jones. Welcome to the podium, Brock. Congratulations on the win. We will open it up to questions. Can you start just talking about your day at the plate?
Yeah, I was actually just talking with Eski a little bit about it. Happy and unhappy in some aspects. I kind of threw away some at-bats throughout the game, but I'm glad that I was able to come back and hit and get that big homer there to end it, kind of put the icing on top. But, things started out great for offense. Hitting's contagious, so, we had a lot of momentum rolling early, then it kind of started to shift towards their dugout. So once we were able to get it back, we were able to just keep rolling.
Jacob Henry.
Hi, Brock. Jacob here. We're from the Stanford Daily. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about how the team's mindset at the plate changed from Saturday to today.
Yeah, I think, it was really just us coming out and being loose. I think, Saturday were kind of uptight a little bit, a little nervous, like Alex said, a little starstruck as well. Being in this atmosphere it's totally different than what we're used to, like Alex said. But I think today, we were able to come out and just be loose, have some fun, and we've played Arizona earlier on in the year, so we kind of knew what to expect, and I think that just got us the win today.
Troy Clardy.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. I was going to ask you a little bit about that. How does the familiarity between you and Arizona, how did that kind of affect the dynamic of some things we might have seen out there today?
Yeah, I mean, for us, we really don't care about who the opponent is. It's the same game, whether we're here, whether we're at Stanford, whoever we're playing. It's the same game, so we really don't care who the opponent is. I actually got a lot of good buddies over there, and they got a really good ball club over there at U of A as well. So obviously familiarity is a big deal, but at the end of the day, it's the same game.
John Niatawa.
John Niatawa with the World-Herald. Brock, what did you make any adjustments leading up to that at bat where you hit the home run, or maybe what distinguished that at bat for you? You mentioned that you were glad that you ended somewhat on a high note there.
Yeah, I think the game started to speed up a little bit for me throughout the game. I started to chase pitches down, some off-speed down, and I think, just slowing the game down. And I usually tell myself to just be really aggressive and swing hard. That's kind of my cue, because sometimes I take some passive swings and I'm a little passive in the box. So I think that's kind of my cue. And when things are going well, I really don't know what pitch is being thrown, where it's even located. It's kind of just, I'm going to get my swing off and I'm going to go.
Jacob Henry.
Hey, Brock, I was moving forward going to be facing the loser of NC State and Vanderbilt. Given that you had history with Arizona, do you have a team that you would rather face, either come back against NC State or play against Vanderbilt?
Like I said earlier, I really don't think it matters who we play, and I really don't think any of us have a preference, because I got a lot of faith and a lot of confidence in this ball club and where we're at right now, and I think we're going to ride this confidence out throughout the rest of the tournament.
And final question, John Niatawa.
John Niatawa with the World-Herald again. Man, Brock, you were close to making a couple spectacular catches out there. How close did you feel, and what's it like playing center field in this ballpark with so much room to roam?
It plays pretty straight up. We had some crosswinds today that kind of were moving around a little bit, but I definitely should have made both those plays. The first one especially tipped off the end of my glove, so I was pretty upset about that one. Second one, it was just a little out past my glove there, but I got a good jump and was able to get pretty close. But I'm glad that we were able to just get the runs back on offense and get momentum back.
Thank you, Brock. Congrats on the win and enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
We will be joined next by head coach David Esker. We will start with an opening statement from him, and then we'll move on to questions. Congrats, Coach. You're up with an opening statement.
Okay. Just a great effort by our team today. A team that didn't want to end their season and didn't want to go home, and one that wants to, get some momentum and keep playing in the World Series here. So, really appreciate Brock and Alex. I thought they played great, and they point to a couple of things they felt like maybe they didn't have their best or gave some at bats away. But that's just kind of the competitors that they are. Alex did a great job getting us into the sixth inning, and we could not have done it without him. And those are just valuable innings, especially when we had a lead. And sometimes it's tough to pitch with a lead, right? I mean, you've got a cushion, and you may not have that edge that you count on when the game's close. But I thought he did a great job, took us as far as we needed to, and we handed up to Jacob Palish, and him going the rest of the way was just huge for us. And if you look up and down our lineup, I think we had 4 or 5 guys who had 3 hits today. So offensively, we just were more comfortable at the plate. We talked a lot about it, just about our comfort level and just being able to trust ourselves being out here and, not worry about failure and that we got support, the teammates are going to support them regardless. And we just need them to kind of go for it and relax. And that's what it looked like our offense was like today.
Coach, what was the difference between Saturday and today, just with your team as a whole?
Yeah, it's real subtle, right? I didn't think we played like ourselves necessarily on Saturday, but it wasn't because they weren't trying. I thought they were trying hard, and it was just getting comfortable. You know, sometimes you get in this atmosphere, and although the game is the same, and the bases are 90 feet and mounds 60 feet 6 inches, and it's all the same baseball game, sometimes the atmosphere can change it a little bit, and maybe you try a little hard, or you make it a little bit bigger than it really is. And I think once our guys found out that it's just the same baseball game, and we've just got to trust ourselves and really play just, you know, no consequence baseball, right? We just got to go for it, and we'll take our chances. We've been doing that all year, and we've had to do it by being loose and free, and we just maybe got a little bit away from that. You know, I think North Carolina State scoring a couple runs in the first inning kind of gets you back on your heels a little bit, and you maybe just try too hard. But it was a different team today, and that's how we have been like most of the year, and we just kind of grinded out, you know, and I think Alex was the epitome of how we've been doing things. He may not have felt like he was just mowing right through them, but he just gave us enough and was on top of them enough and had enough control of his fastball and was able to put him away early and just kind of, you know, minimize any damage that could happen that would get them back into the game. So great team effort today.
Troy Clardy.
Hey, Coach, facing the Arizona Wildcats, familiar opponent, clearly. How did that affect some things that we saw out there today?
Well, you know, obviously maybe the preparation wouldn't have taken as long because, you know, Coach Eager and Coach Rodriguez and Coach Nicholson were familiar with the faces. But that's a great team, right? It's probably the best offensive team in the country. That's what we were facing today, and one that you really, if you score some runs, you've got to keep tacking on runs and not let your guard down. At 10-0, I don't think that was a completely comfortable lead for us, right? We were probably, I kept on telling the guys in the dugout not to let our guard down because we're facing a team that can strike at will. But our pitching staff just did a great job, and, you know, Alex handed it off to Jacob, and Jacob just was able to keep him at bay enough. And we made some plays on defense. You know, we take pride in our defense, and we talk about, you know, suffocating them with defense, which means, you know, maybe they could square a baseball up and hit it well, but still not be rewarded for it because we play good defense behind them. That's something we did not do on the opening game versus North Carolina State. We gave them too much, and then whatever little they could do off of Brendan Beck, you know, cost him.
John Niatawa.
John Niatawa with the World-Herald. After Saturday, I mean, you kind of touched on this, but do you say something to the team in terms of trying to get them to relax, or do you just assume it happens naturally? I don't know if there are any special coaching techniques that you can use to.
I don't have many special coaching techniques, but I will share with you. I don't know if it's an analogy or a metaphor. I talked to them about walking across the floor on a 2x4, where, you know, you're able to do it easily with very little anxiety when it's laying on the floor. But if you put it 20 feet off the ground, it's the same action, but there's a little more tension to it. And just wanted to tell them that they're capable of walking on a 2x4 20 feet off the ground. They're not going to die because we got 35 guys on our team that are going to be holding a net beneath them, and just go for it. You know, make it as normal as we can, relax, and they're capable of doing it. And it's just a matter of trusting that there's going to be, you know, no bad consequence if they risk, you know, courageously. And that's all I hope for, is that they play free and courageous, and we'll take the results.
Kylan Mills.
Hey, Coach. Sorry, just unmuting. Kylan with Cron 4. At this stage in the game, obviously your celebrations have to be short-lived. How do you try to kind of change the mentality from celebrating this win and a big win to preparing for the next game in just 2 days?
Yeah, well, I told them that one of my wishes for today was to make sure that we had practice at 10 a.m. tomorrow, right, and we can get back to work, and we'll see who we're going to play tonight after the results of the Vanderbilt North Carolina State game, and we'll go to work. My coaching staff will do a great job preparing, and we'll have a game plan, and then we'll turn it over to the players, right? We'll practice tomorrow and keep them loose and prepared, and then we'll game plan for them offensively and defensively, and then we turn it over to the players to take it from there and hopefully guide them in the right direction.
Jacob Henry.
Hey, Coach, Jacob here with the Stanford Daily. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit more about how your strategy would change if you played NC State, who you've already played, or against a brand new opponent in Vanderbilt.
Yeah, no real huge strategy there, right? I mean, it's about Coach Eager coming up with a pitch plan to get the hitters out. Coach Rodriguez putting them in the right position. Hopefully, we're in front of it when they do hit it. And then also Coach Nicholson and Rodriguez, scouting the pitchers out and giving us the best game plan to attacking them in order to score runs. And my assistant coaches have done just a phenomenal job of preparing. And today was indicative of that. This was a win that my assistant coaches just put our guys in the right spot, prepared them with the right information. And Coach Eager did an unbelievable job of calling pitches and getting our pitchers through each inning.
We'll go 2 more questions. First up is Troy Clardy.
Well, on Saturday, you're hoping to be in this position, have to think about a Game 3 starter. Any initial indications on where you might be leaning there at this point?
Yeah, I think we're just going to kitchen sink it on the next game, right? We're going to throw everything at them and just try to match up for 9 innings the best we can. Hopefully offense enough to win, and then spin it right back around to Brendan Beck, and that's probably kind of our plan. But we'll use everybody. We'll match up, depending on who the opponent is, whether it's left or right. We've got Drew Dowd and Quinn Matthews from the left side, and we could start Zach Gretsch on the right side. We'll do whatever it takes. There's nothing to save it for, and I trust Coach Eager will put in a good plan, and we'll talk about what the best way to navigate 9 innings will be, and then hopefully our bats show up to give us some breathing room to pitch.
And final question, John Niatawa.
Yeah, John Niatawa with the World-Herald. You mentioned Brock maybe being self-critical despite having a really good day, and he has had a really good NCAA tournament. I guess what is it, the competitiveness then that really stands out about what he's done or what's led to some of this success, or what have you seen from him that has allowed him to really flourish here over the last couple
Well, we all benefit from it. I mean, I think they just feed off of each other. We just have such competitors on our team, and they don't want to give up at bats, and they want to do what's best for the ball club. And when you have a day like he has, he looks toward the 3 at bats that he maybe didn't perform, but it was the 3 that he did perform that helped us win the game. And that's what great competitors do. They're not satisfied. I mean, they can accept the results, and obviously I think he's happy about the team winning. He just wants to do more to help us more often, and so that's just a great competitor in him. But he's not in a bad mood. He just wants to figure out a way to maybe cut down those 3 strikeouts.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats on
All right.
the win, and good luck moving forward.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, everyone. Again, if you need to find the video of this, it's on the NCAA Digital Media Hub. Thank you.